the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cornelder, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at the 40.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the slant, 25, check 25.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
7-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the...
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
3-yard pickup.
2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Bridgewater to throw it. Thomas has got it. Complete.
Bridgewater's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is going to be incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Jackson on first down. He uncorks it for Snead. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Play fake. Bridgewater.
7.
Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
10.
That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Jackson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Lamar Jackson sacked. A loss of 8 yards.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. 2nd half action underway. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we...
And now look at him go. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Ravens 13.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now Jackson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Baltimore.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Jackson will throw again. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 37. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards
from the 4. It's 2nd and a couple.
At the 4.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
48 month. What's the run? They're running it. Check. Fresno.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. 48.
Third and long for Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
And now here is another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it up, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Panthers 42, Ravens 13.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Justice Hill on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all.
And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
McPhee on the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he will take it across from Panthers touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Stephen Weatherly, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
13.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Here's Jackson to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Forced out to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Play action now. Bridgewater. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
2nd and 11 at the 8-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson dancing to his left. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Jackson now down around his goal line. Steps away to his left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they work this out past the 25. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He uncorks it for Snead. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. This is Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
For Mark Andrews.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Flush to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Fourth down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Bridgewater again. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
11 at the 46-yard line.
Second and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
You gotta make a move. You gotta make it happen.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He gets it to Thomas. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Panthers first down.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Slide for the PAT. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Panthers 56, Ravens 13. Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And
now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Curtis Samuel, incomplete. Marcus Peters on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bridgewater. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Today's final score, Panthers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.